Alright, so today's date is Monday the 20th of July 2026, and this is just going to be a quick analysis of the FTSE 100 during the EU session. Just sort of giving my personal opinion and just overall analysis of the markets today. And the reason I'm doing this is for two reasons really. The first one being to keep it as a sort of journal for myself. I'm going to be doing this every day for the next couple of weeks, just seeing how it goes. And second of all, it's to help people out. Who knows, maybe someone, whoever it is that may be watching this video right now, you may have stumbled across this video and maybe it might help you to give you a new perspective of what goes on during the EU session on the FTSE, or maybe it allows you to make better decisions, who knows. But let's get into it. And the first thing I like to do, even before the FTSE opens really, I take a look at the Monday morning Asia session, which for them, is the Monday morning, but for us, or for me I guess, it's the night. So just taking a look over here, what really happened, what went on, and pretty much nothing really, just a bunch of chop, sort of following the pattern of what happened last week. We had pretty much chop throughout the whole of last week, and a few attempts to break out of range which were unsuccessful. But we had chop here, and then towards the end of the Asia session, sorry, getting confused. Towards the end of the Asia session, we sort of had a deflation of the market, and once that came to an end for the pre-market of the EU session, we just sort of have this like little barcode, which is just sort of an accumulation before the market opens, and nothing really interesting happened during the Asia session except for the fact that it did give us two key levels, which aren't really levels, they're just sort of bounds to a range, which the EU session did sort of follow through with today. So once the EU session opened, we had a first bar positive with, I think it was a 10-point wick down, which is quite choppy, and a second bar positive, which was the highest point in both the first 5-minute candle and the first 15-minute candle, giving the top part of our opening range. And then after those two candles, we just sort of had a lack of buyers, which led to a drop in price action all the way down to 10,520, where we had a sort of rejection, which was the lower low of Friday's EU session, which was quite a nice reversal. However, I was away from my computer at this point, and I was unable to take action upon this moment, so quite a shame. However, we then saw a reversal back up to the top of the 15-minute opening range and a slight breakout. However, a lack of buyers were able to step in and take it up out of here, which led to just more chop. And after this, it was just sort of just an untradeable mess. We did have a few moments like here, which was a rebound off of another. Wait, what am I looking at right now? Oh yes, my bad guys. We had a rebound off of the Asia session lower low, which was a very nice reverse. We had that happen twice, which nearly on point by, not even on point by less than half a tick, sorry. So that was very nice, happened twice. And then after that, we just sort of had a deflation of the market. We were unable to break through this just absolute mess of the market, which is going on all over here. And then we had a breakdown through the market open level. We had an attempt, it was unsuccessful, went back up here, reversed, and then we broke through a little bit of an accumulation and then back up again. I was thinking about entering, however, it just looked really weak, and looking at the past market, what was going on, it's just an absolute mess. There's just nothing much to be doing like in the middle of here. It's just really pointless. And then at 11:30 we had this massive bit of a glitch going on there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, we had this massive breakout, not really a breakout, but a massive sort of manipulation. There wasn't any news. I couldn't find any news, didn't see any alerts on my FX book, and I don't really know what this was because there was nothing on Bloomberg. So if you guys can help or sort of give any clues, but I'm pretty sure it was just regular manipulation that happened across all top indices, you know, Nasdaq, Dow, DAX. It happened on all of them, and then that was unable to hold, and it sort of reversed back down, and since then nothing really has happened. However, after around 12 o'clock I'm typically not really looking to enter any trades because that's just out of my sort of comfort zone. I like to keep it, you know, close to the market open, as close as possible really, you know, with the opening range. And that's pretty much it for the day. As has been happening for the past 2-3 weeks, it has just been an absolute mess. There's just been nothing really going on. It's just been chop, 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 a little bit of breakouts, you know, trying to make new levels, but unsuccessful really. And we're just about coming up to the US session now, and you know, whoever's watching this video right now, if you would like to see this sort of analysis for the Nasdaq, I would consider it, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Nasdaq. I don't take as many trades on there as I would on the FTSE. So yeah, but if you would like to see that, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that's it for today. Have a good one, guys. See you tomorrow.